Alright, so this is where the game crashed. I'm hoping it doesn't.
Get off me!
Well, what do we have here?
I'm a boy. Question is, what the hell are you, a flaming goblin?
Field Major Karsh, the Avix patrol has come under Rutan attack.
So, they have returned. Perhaps the weapon is still here. We may yet have a chance to turn the tables on the Rutan host. Question him.
It's gotta be that orb thing that Charlie ran off with. That must be the Doomsday weapon.
Thing is, it looked familiar.
Familiar?
When I was at Black Rod's treasure room, there's an orb just like it set in the ceremonial mace.
Of course you did. The Rutans lost a second Doomsday weapon when they crashed here. It's quite pretty for a weapon. Someone decided to incorporate it in the mace.
And we think we know who has the other one.
Charlie, yes, I heard.
You heard? You weren't even in the room.
Sound carries in the TARDIS. Have you never noticed that? I hear everything.
You hear everything.
I sometimes wear earplugs. Now, catch.
And this is...
It emits an electromagnetic pulse that will stun the Rutans. However, it'll need fixing before you go around pointing it at anything.
And where are you off to now?
We need to find both Doomsday weapons before either the Rutans or the Sontarans.
The Sontarans?
Of course, you don't think they'd be so worried about just any Rutan ship buried under Parliament, do you? They knew about the Doomsday weapons. If they get their hands on one, they could adapt it to destroy the Rutans. Exactly as the Rutans were going to destroy them.
Maybe we should just leave them to it.
We can't. Never mind the immorality of genocide, we have to get Parliament back to Earth, and we can't do that with Sontarans and Rutans marching stroke floating about.
So we've got to find Charlie.
You find Charlie, I'm going to find Black Rod.
We should split up. We'll cover more ground faster.
Alrighty. Now let's just be careful as we sneak our way through here. I know I said we were in the home stretch earlier, but this is the final, area of the game that the Doctor has a portion, Rory has a portion, Amy has a portion, Rory has another portion, the Doctor has another portion, end of game.
Sontarans!
So much for transporting Parliament out of harm's way. The poor cleaners are really going to have their hands full when this all finishes.
Yeah, how do you explain that to a ye olde janitor?
Go find Charlie, let's split up. Why does it always end up with me getting shot at?
Okay, so... completely forgot what we were talking about before the whole Valley Forge tangent. Not sure, and it's gone, but... that's okay. Let's just stay out of the way of this guy. Sneaky, 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 sneak. And that's one of the things that, going back to talking about Sly Cooper for a second, that's one of the things I love in that game, is when you're sneaking across a ledge or something,
I don't know
shutting
what
up for the
you're on
cutscene.
about. I want to go home. My sister Annie, she's sick.
I know it's been a difficult day with aliens and Parliament floating in space and everything, but believe me, I've got a plan, and it's a good plan, and this is part of the plan. My very, very good plan, if you just put the sword down so the plan doesn't come to an abrupt and frankly messy end, and I'll explain everything.
Sir, I've had my mind lost to hairless devils.
been attacked by giant orbs of flying light, and been blasted into the ether by plotters determined to kill my sovereign. The only thing of which I am sure is the yard of cold steel in my hand, and my determination to run it through your gizzard.
Well, since you put it like that, I can, of course, sense the tension in the room. And tension is never good, not when a lot of it is humming down the blade of a sword. So, tell me, what can I do to turn this around and gain your trust? If
The
you
king
kill
is
me,
in
the
danger.
king won't stand a chance.
The king? What do you know of the king?
He is in grave danger.
This I know. A letter was sent to Lord Salisbury, a warning of a Catholic plot. Yet, this is only knowledge to Salisbury and his agents. Or the plotters themselves.
Of course, the letter, the Monteagle letter. Of course you'll have seen it by now.
What trickery is this? How could you know of the letter?
William Parker, Baron Monteagle, he received an anonymous letter, didn't he? Warning him to stay away from Parliament, and, as a good Englishman, he showed it to Salisbury.
Your knowledge of events is indeed extensive. But still, these things fail to satisfy me on which side your allegiances lie.
I guarantee you, sir, Lord Salisbury will be really disappointed if you run me through.
Speak not of those of whom you know nothing, knave.
Lord Robert Cecil, 1st Earl of Salisbury, spymaster to King James, defender of England, and Bob to his friends, and Bob to me. Run me through, and you'll really get Bob annoyed.
Your silver tongue spins a fine tale, sir. But you will have to try harder than that to save your skin.
I'm one of Salisbury's agents, codename the Doctor.
This may be the case, but how am I to know? You may be a double agent, sir.
No, really. Double agents, triple agents. I had enough of that in the 50s. It gets quite confusing after a while.
You know much of the current situation. Perhaps you speak the truth. Can you prove this?
I have my credentials right here. Just let me show them to you.
And that's why I'm the bard in D&D. As I just phased through his arm.
I apologize. I truly do, sir. But I hope you understand my predicament.
Ah, company. And you've brought a gun. You really shouldn't have.
And grease pot. And use the grease pot on the gun. And if you'll hurry up with the pause for the text, pick up the triggering mechanism. And 1, 2.
Well, it almost looks like a sort of gun. Okay, here we are again. You're not a nurse, you're an action hero. You're not a nurse, you're an action hero.
And this is the best part of the game because Rory gets both weapons, the slingshot and the marbles to take out the Sontarans, and the EMP device to take out the Rutans. So Rory is a great character to play as at this moment. And nope, I forgot. I can just charge this guy.
Hasta la vista, baby. Oh, hello. I know what you are.
You will stand still and await the arrival of Field Major Karsh, or be eliminated.
Doctor?
You will be silent, or you will be eliminated.
And then throw him a nod.
Ah! How dare you come in here? The king will hear of this, I assure you. And when he does, he will descend upon you devils with the full weight of the English crown.
I said silence. Your so-called king is powerless.
Bop.
I hate violence, but a good whack on the back of the head is the only language a Sontaran understands. Now let's take a look at this mace.
By Jesus! What witchcraft is this?
No witchcraft, just highly sophisticated tri-quantum physics.
Sorry.
A little hush, please. These things can be quite tricky, and if I make a slip up, there probably won't be a great deal left of this corner of the galaxy.
Okay. Now, I was stressing about this part before when I played earlier, because I thought that this would pick up the pace like it did in the Dalek episode, but it doesn't, so we lucked out on that one. But they did change the symbols a bit. Not just the placement, but like the orientation of the symbols, because like they were different when I played earlier. Not incredibly different, but just different enough to make them, well, different. Do.
Now let's
All
see
right.
the Rutan host wipe out a species with this. Thank you for your help. Ah, and don't come out until you feel the earth shake again.
Happily.
I love that line.
Get off me!
You will be silent, or you will be eliminated.
There's no way I can take on both of these Sontarans. Okay, I need to distract them.
I have a plan. It's basically jumping out and yelling, "Hey look, I'm a target!"
Hey, you big jelly thing, over here!
And then those two will get into a fight. Now we can go save Charlie.
Shush! I've come to get you out.
Thanks, miss. And to think I thought you were one of them.
Where is the Rutan weapon?
I don't know, I swear.
Then you have no strategic value.
Amy! Amy!
Now we get to play as Rory.
He shoots, he scores.
Bang! And what is this? A Sontaran? Not a problem. But yeah, this is why I love getting to play as Rory for this part, because you get to take out the Sontarans and the Rutans with absolutely no problem. With Amy and Rory, you gotta sneak around. Or, Amy and Rory. With Amy and the Doctor, you gotta sneak around. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. Not looking a gift horse in the mouth. But yeah, just having both weapons makes you just OP.
Better make it count. You called, my lady?
We've got to find the doctor.
And this is where I really started to love the story.
Ah, isn't this cozy?
We will take the Doomsday weapon.
The weapon is ours. Give it to me.
Oh, listen to you. You're like a bunch of kids. Mind you, anyone that's going to wage war on each other for 10,000 years is worse than kids.
We fight for the honor of Sontar.
Do you know what I think? I don't think any of you can even remember what you went to war over in the first place.
Give me the Doomsday weapon, Doctor.
This? You want this? Or how about this?
The second weapon. You found it.
There are two.
Two Doomsday weapons, the dictionary definition of overkill, if you ask me. Or look at it another way, plenty to go round. Why not have one each? One to wipe out the Sontarans, the other reset to destroy the entire Rutan host.
What treachery is this?
I prefer to call it stalemate. Go ahead, activate your weapon. But you'll never know. You might be killing your own species.
Sontarans laugh.
That one does.
A brilliant strategy, Doctor. You have rendered both devices ineffective. Once more, war is honorable.
War is never honorable, Field Major Karsh.
This device could have ended the bloodshed of 10 millennia, Doctor, in an instant. How many millions more lives have you now sentenced to a bloody death?
I could end the war right now. I could activate both weapons, destroy both species in an instant. And maybe you deserve it.
No!
Genocide is no solution to a war, even between Sontarans and the Rutan host. Now push off before I change my mind.
Doctor, that was brilliant.
Thank you. And for my next trick, putting Parliament back where it belongs before anyone notices.
What about Guy Fawkes?
I left him in a locked room with 36 barrels of gunpowder. And soon it'll be midnight.
Doctor! What has taken place? The door was jammed, or locked. By God's own grace alone, I have survived. What news of the king?
He's still alive.
Then we have failed.
You still have 36 barrels of gunpowder. Your place in history is assured.
There is still a chance.
Oh, believe me, they will light bonfires in your name for centuries to come. People will know this as Guy Fawkes' night.
Do you think so?
You have a part to play in history. Play it well, Guido.
Open up! Open up in the name of King James!
Remember the 5th of November. Gunpowder, treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
And that was Doctor Who The Adventure Games, The Gunpowder Plot. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I got nothing else at the moment. So, next time we meet up for some more Doctor Who, we will be on the PlayStation 3 playing Doctor Who The Eternity Clock, but sadly, we will not have Amy and we will not have Rory as our companions in that game. We have someone a little different, but I'm going to save the rest for later because saying anything else would just be spoilers. So, till next time, I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone.